Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for this video. In this demonstration we're going to be working with the Gladioli, and this is in the month of August. So you can see here on this magnetic sheet the dies that you're going to get within this kit. So you've got your stamens, you do have your two foliage ones, you've got your larger one here and you've got your smaller one, and of course this one here then makes up those beautiful petals, and you can actually see your embossing lines within this die. So it's perfect for getting that beautiful fine detail within your flowers, whether they're on foam or paper. So down in front of me I've got some here that I've cut out, and I just want to quickly show you how I ended up with these sorts of results. Okay, now I've got some pastels from Fleurs here with me, and what I'm going to do is take out the yellow and I'm going to take out this really nice deep pink. Okay, so I'm going to work towards the edges of this petal, and all I'm going to do is go all the way around the edge with it like this, applying a bit of pressure to the foam on my glass mat, and I'm just taking off that oil pastel all around the edge of this. And I'm not being really precious or really neat about it, because we can worry about that later, because we're going to twist these petals and shape them, and all of the colour blends really beautifully. We're then going to take this yellow one, and in the centre I'm just going to sort of smudge, if you like, the colour outwards towards the edges. So we've got the gradient of yellow to white to pink, which will form a really beautiful blend. Okay, so I'm going to go with that yellow, then I'm going to take a little bit more of the deep pink here. Okay, then I've got a sponge stick, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of moisture from this cloth I've got, and then all I'm going to do is go all around the petal with the sponge, and what this does is it softens any harsh edges that our pastels have done, so it instantly blends it all out. So if I have it on here, you might be able to see, if we flip that over, the difference that you actually get with a bit of colour in it, and it can be as subtle as you want really. It really does not matter. I've gone a little bit heavier with this one, so the colour is slightly more intense, but you get that with flowers. Of course, some of them are a little bit more saturated than others. So if I just fold these two together like this, I can twist on the edge like this with my fingers and thumbs and pinch it together and just rotate and twist like this. Okay, and then spread them out like this, and then you have the pinch at the end, which gives you that really beautiful shape, and then the colour as you're twisting it mixes with it as it sort of reacts with the heat of the foam from just the heat of your hands. It allows you to get those shapes. So what I'm going to do is take some of my wire here, I'm going to snip it into two pieces of a similar length. Let's have a look, just like that. And if I just turn the corner over, make a little hook on the edge of this foam here, what I'm going to do is pierce this one down into the centre like this, and I'm just going to add some hot glue to the end, go straight up like that. Okay, pinch it up together, and you can see as I'm pinching it, what's happening is all the petals are coming together. So I'm just going to hold it for probably around about 10 seconds, then as I let go, it's now stuck in that shape, which is brilliant. I'm going to do the exact same with this one. So I'm just going to make a small little hook on the edge of this, pierce it through the foam, glide it up to the top, like that, and then just raise the petals up around the centre like this. Okay, and that way I've got a beautiful signature Gladioli petal. Now you can make these as full as you want. A few of the design team members that worked on this collection, which I took a lot of inspiration from actually, did them quite differently, and I really liked it. And the thing is, you can make these super full. Usually you have about 5 or 6, but of course these small petals here, you can then interlink these. So if I take a bit of hot glue to these smaller ones, what we can then do is just add these in different areas, pinch them up like this, and then I can just add these to some that I've already done as well, and it means you've got additional petals in loads of different formations and shapes, so you're just making it look even more natural. I've got some more here, so I'm just going to stick these in this foam sheet to show you what I've actually made. And I've gone for the pink and the yellow ombre because I think that's one of the most pleasing colour combinations. It's most aesthetically pleasing on the eye, I think, especially when working with flowers. It's always my go-to with the pinks, but of course make your own colourways with this if you want to, entirely up to you. I've got another one I'm just going to add and pinch into the bottom here, just like that. Now we can start to construct our gladioli. Okay, so I've got some of my foam, sorry, not my foam, my wire. And I'm going to snip it to around about, let's say, a 20 centimetre length. Okay, and I'm going to take the smallest one just here, and I'm just going to twist it around the centre like this. Okay, and I'm going to do the exact same with this one, slightly lower down. And it does look a little bit like an orchid actually, and that's probably because I've done it differently every time, but I want to just show you how the easiest way of construction with this. So I'm going to take another one here, twist that one around like this. And it all depends on the length of the stem as well that you've got left. The longer you leave it, the more length you have to twist around, which makes it easier for yourself. So that's one way I always like to craft with fleurs, is make it easier for yourself and you'll enjoy it even more. So I'm twisting these round, and I'm going to take the ones that are slightly larger that I've added that additional petal to, and just start to bring those in as well. Okay, twist that around, super easy and super quick. Now think of how many of these you could create in one go. A single spray of flowers, or an arrangement, or an assortment, or a table setting. There's tons to be actually achieved within this kit. So I'm going to twist the last one round here, and then what I've got, if I place that just here for you, in fact I'll lay it down there so you can see what we've got. We've got some of our foam here. Now this is the white foam, and you can see all I've done is I've grabbed my oil pastels and I've literally glided straight over the foam like this, and I've just used my finger then to blend it in, and this is what's given us that beautiful green colour on these pieces here, and I've just faded it out and worked with it whichever way I thought looked best. So then I'm just going to take these up to the flower, added some hot glue, and just start to grip these against the central stem. Okay, now you can make sort of cylindrical sort of shaped buds with these, which look really nice. So you'd have multiples of them overlapping, wrap them round and have the flowers actually coming out of them as they naturally flower. They look absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to add a bit more hot glue to this one. There we go. Pinch them round like this. Have another one here. And the thing that I think is great, especially with these kits from Fleurs and all kits they've launched, is it is always down to how you want to create. Of course, we've done these tutorials for you to give you that head start, to show you how the way the designers have worked with these kits enables you to then get a start of how to create them, but do it exactly how you wish. If you've been taught how to make flowers differently, or you've taught yourself how to make flowers, always go with that. That's exactly what I do. But of course, these educational videos are there to give you a helping hand if there was something you might not know what it's for, that sort of thing. Now, of course, the stamens, I haven't popped the stamens inside this one. You, of course, can roll these up and pop these into the centres, and you could imagine just what that is like. But with the same principle we've worked with our stamens, it's exactly how you would create it. But that there is a single stem of a Gladioli, which I just think is absolutely beautiful. And with the pastels that we've used there to blend on, you can just see how stunning that actually is. So thank you very much for joining me for the assembly of how to work with the August Gladioli, and please join me for the next one. Thank you.